Hey y'all, so I just took my hair out, and I said, let me make my video. Because I was going to be extra duper and make my video after my hair was done, but I've been putting this video off and putting my story off for so long. It's always like, I don't know if any of you guys can relate, but it's always like, okay, let me wait till I do this, let me wait till I do that, let me wait until I gotta do this first before I can do that, and blah, 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 blah. Like, sometimes you just gotta say, let's just do it, okay? Let's just put the boots on the ground and get it done. So that's what I'm doing. My hair gonna take too long. I'm not even going all into that, but yeah, we giving y'all the real and the raw today because that's what I came on here to do. So I'm going to tell y'all about my journey, right? So I somehow, some way, which I'll talk about that another time, like I'll dive deep into it, but to just rip the band-aid off, like I became an alcohol abuser, right? Like, sis, like I would drink alcohol every single day. If it was not every single day, it was every other day, right? Like, I would go buy like 2 bottles of wine. Sometimes I would, like, depending on like how strong the wine was, like the alcohol content in the wine was, like I would go through those 2 bottles and then I would be ready to go drink something else, or like I would take a nap and wake up and then I'm ready to drink something else. Like, okay, now I drank those 2 bottles, now I gotta go back to the store and go get another bottle. Like, it had really got deep for me. And that habit started a few years ago. I actually started drinking like real heavy like that when I came to the Navy, which I gotta say, like, none of what I'm gonna say represents the Navy. Like, everything that I'm gonna say is my own opinion, you know. And yeah, it's just the way I see things, my opinion. I'm not speaking for the Navy. I'm just gonna speak on my experience and how I decided to cope with it. You know, I had moved away from home and my family during the COVID pandemic, and I was looking for a way to cope with being away from my family. And also, like, for so long I had been trying to bury my feelings and try to escape how I really felt and what I was really going through, and I used alcohol to do that. In essence, what I thought I was doing, but I really wasn't doing much. Like, if anything else, I was doing further damage to myself. Like, but I couldn't see that at the time. So I actually was blessed enough to go to a facility in San Diego, California, more or less for mental health, because that's what boils down to it. Like, at the end of the day, you gotta realize, like, alcoholism, or like if you have like drug addiction, it's a disease of the mind. It really is. Like, no matter how we try to cut it, slice it, it's a disease of the mind. Like, and sometimes you just have to learn how to call the thing a thing. You know what I'm saying? So that you could actually deal with what's going on, like the issue at hand. And then that's what I had to learn how to do, right? So I realized that I had a disease of the mind. And I went to the facility. They really helped me. Like, I'm still going through it. This is actually my last week at the facility, so I think it's perfect timing that I'm doing this video, because I don't feel like I was able to get up here during like my first week and speak on these topics. Like, I was brand new, like, you know, I hadn't even been through the program. But now that I'm on my last week and I'm almost finished, it's been very awakening for me. Like, at the facility that I'm at, they provided me with, before anything, they did a bunch of paperwork. Pretty much just trying to find out who I am and like what's really going on. And then they had me speak with a nurse practitioner and a doctor, just to find out pretty much like the level of my of detox that they had to put me through. Like, did they need to put me on medications? You know, like how closely they need to watch me, or like how they needed to, how they had to help me, like, come out of it. And that's something that I want to tell y'all. I want to tell y'all, if y'all are going through the same thing, be careful. Be careful. Like, depending on your level of dependency, you need to be careful, like, seriously, because you can come out of that, like, while you're detoxing and everything, it could look different for everybody. Like, if you have like a high dependency on alcohol or drugs, there is like really like fatal things that can happen to you. For one, if you're an alcoholic and you use regularly and you try to go cold turkey, you might have tremors, you might have a seizure, you might hallucinate. You know, like, it's so many things that could happen to you that you really are gonna need medical help with. You know what I'm saying? So just be careful with that. Don't try to like jump and throw yourself into something that you may not be ready for. And you may feel like, oh yeah, like, it's cool, like, I just go cold turkey, like, I'm done drinking, da 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 da. It really might not be like that though. Like, it really might not be like that. You might require something different. Is what I'm trying to say. Like, so just take your time, seek help, you know, because that was a big issue for me. Like, I had always felt like, oh, I can do this by myself, like, it's cool, I got it, like, I started this on myself, like, I could come out of this by myself, like, I got this, like, I don't really need nobody help. Like, you know, like, I had that way of looking at it, and that wasn't helpful to me at all. Like, nothing came out of that. Nothing. It got to the point where I actually got referred to the facility by my command. Yes, I'm in the Navy. Like, they referred me to this facility because I had, if you're in the military or if you're in the Navy, you know, an ARI, right? So I had an ARI, and to me, it wasn't like I did anything. Like, the situation is crazy, actually. So I'll talk about that another time. Like, we want to talk Navy, I could do that. We could talk about that another time in a different setting, whatever. But yeah, so we're not gonna get into that right now. I'll get into that at another time, trust me with that. But yeah, so I had an ARI. I had actually told my command prior that I felt like I wanted to go through treatment, you know. I self-referred. So for me, it wasn't like that bad of a thing. Like, you know, like, some people from my command wanted me to feel like bad about myself or embarrassed, but I was like, embarrassed for what? Like, I'm literally going to get the help that I sought for. You know what I'm saying? Like, is this going to get help for yourself is not a bad thing. So that's another thing. Like, don't listen to people who try to say, oh, you should feel bad about this, or people that try to shame you, make you feel any type of guilt. Don't listen to them people, because they're going to stunt your healing journey, your growth. It's not about them. It's not about anybody or what they think. It's about you at the end of the day. Because 9 times out of 10, you're probably already in a situation right now because you so worried about what everybody else is thinking. And you're trying to escape that. You know what I'm saying? So don't sit up there and pour it all into, oh, this person might think this person might think that, like, no. Go work on you. Leave them people behind. Like, get them out your mind. Like, don't worry about all that. It's not about them. It's about you. You know what I'm saying? So I went through, I met with the doctors and nurses. They decided that I didn't really need all of that extra stuff. Like, they were just going to give me something to help my sleeping patterns. Because a lot of the times too, I did feel like I need to drink to help me sleep, but that was just messing me up. It was messing me up because I wasn't really resting. After I met with them, then I went to therapy. I had therapy sessions, one-on-one therapy sessions once a week, and those therapy sessions really helped me. Like, that was really what I needed. Like, I just needed somebody to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I needed somebody, an unbiased opinion. Like, yes, I love my family, I love my friends. They're very supportive. They're always there for me. But, like, sometimes you just need somebody with an unbiased opinion to talk to you. With a level mind, who's not just thinking, oh, let me just say this or say that because this is somebody that I love. You know, like, you just need somebody to talk to, somebody who does this, like, as a profession. You know what I'm saying? They just carry it a different way. So that was very helpful for me. We also had group sessions. So group sessions were really cool. I really enjoyed those because we had different topics every time. And then we, sometimes we would sit around in a circle, we would talk and express ourselves and how we feel about certain situations and topics and stuff like that. Like relationship, codependency, how do we deal with, like, what are our coping skills? Like, you know, things like that we would talk about. Sometimes we wouldn't talk. Sometimes we would have the sound bowl healing meditation sessions. Sometimes we would just meditate quietly. Sometimes we had yoga sessions. Other times they would take us to the gym. We would work out. You know, so it was different things. And it was really cool. It's really very beneficial for me right now. Like, where I stand, I'm still, like, brand new, and it's not easy, yo. Like, it's not easy. It's so easy to just go grab a drink. Like, yeah, I'm about to just go get a drink, whatever. That's gonna be that. Like, it's too easy. And we were talking about that today. Like, anything that's too easy is not worth having. Like, it's not good for you. So that's what I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had depended on alcohol for the last 4 years. 4 years. It was going on 5. It was going on 5. In a few months, like 3 months, it would have been going on 5 years. But God, that's all I can say, but God. So I'm excited to take y'all on this journey with me. I just gotta stay in my prayer. I have to work with a therapist. I have to block out all the negativity, and I just gotta keep myself busy with things that are good for me and fill me up on the inside. So I just wanted to share that little story. Hopefully my testimony will help anyone else. If you struggle with this, if you have been through anything like this, feel free to comment below. If you have any questions about, you know, ARIs or anything like that related, you can ask me. I could just tell you based on my experience. And I'll talk to you guys later.